question everything. So at this point, Aboriginal Negroes, I'm just I'm just totally convinced that this country totally hate our people, literally, because there's no way in the world that they're not still racist towards our people and still willing to maintain our people in poverty. There's no way in the world that colonizers, white folks, in the elite category of wealth, and these representatives and these appointed leaders have any interest in really helping us from nowhere. Because there's no way in the world that by law they owe us reparations in the form of land and money due to what has happened and still happening to us right here on our soil as Aboriginal Negroes of America. And they ain't trying to give us nothing. They're not trying to give us nothing, guys. They want to give $24 more billion to Ukraine. They done gave over maybe anywhere from 100 to 300 million to the illegal immigrants. But legally, by law, you can Google how much they owe Aboriginal Negroes in reparations. You can Google it right now as I'm speaking. Legally, by law. This is by law. This ain't something that is a handout. This ain't something that we're asking for. This is something that they owe our nation, and why our nation and our communities are impoverished and our black-owned businesses is non-existent here in America. It's because what they owe our nation, they won't give us. Notice the words, they won't give us. It's not that we asking them for anything. We asking them for justice, for legal law that they say we supposed to abide by, that they're mass incarcerating our people over their laws. But even when it comes to their own laws, they won't even follow them. Thus letting you know that they're biased to their own laws, that they created their own laws, control their laws, hire our people that's willing to push their laws, and then they don't even recognize their own laws when it comes to it being against them. But they'll push the law against us to the fullest. They'll mass incarcerate and prosecute us to the fullest of the law. But when it comes to the law for them, they won't even abide by it. Even though we got a history of crimes against humanity done to us. Our bloodline has been suffering for over 600 years based off of what has been done to us here in America, being done to us right now in 2023 with Slave Patrol, aka the law enforcement office, still using the same tactics to this day to mass incarcerate, demonize, and portray our people as criminals and violent pimps and hoes and all this other crap that they use on their mainstream narrative of TV, social medias, and everything else that they got that they control to demonize us. Even though we're on our land, we didn't do race riots and burn out nobody communities. We didn't run whole lakes and turn whole towns into ponds. We didn't massacre and delete no one here in this country. We didn't take land and property and burn land and property from no towns whatsoever. We don't got sundown towns that if you don't get out of the town by sundown, we gonna just go out there and pretty much lynch you. We don't have this. We don't have a history of it, but it been done to us. In the federal government, in the United States government, and those white folks that control all this don't want to give us justice. But they want you to pay tax dollars to the wish people in their plight, in their Holocaust that they've been through. They want you to pay taxes to help Ukraine in the war that they're over there going through. They want you to pay taxes to help the illegal immigrants come to the country to get your benefits, to be able to get them an economic floor in your communities. They want you to pay taxes to their plight. You funding all the other avenues of what they're putting out to help their people and people that look like them. But when it comes to you and I, they don't have a dime. They want to tell you they want to study reparations instead of give you reparations. They want to keep having loopholes to not give you justice right here in this country where you stand, as your communities need immediate help with resources, immediate help with economic growth. But they don't got nothing for you. They don't want to do nothing for you. They got $100 million for illegal immigrants coming into New York City. They got $100 million for building a tent city in Chicago. But for you and I, because of our complexion, we get nothing. And you got to understand that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. You got to come out of denial and know that this government, this system is set up totally against you on purpose. And you, as a nation of people, your generations will never really get nowhere because they're not allowing you to. They don't want you to have reparations because they don't want you to have your own hospitals. They don't want you to have your own land. They don't want you to own your own businesses so that way your black dollar can circulate amongst yourself. They don't want you to have your own schools with your own school curriculum to be able to teach and train your own people. This is why they don't want you to have reparations. They don't want you to separate and have your own NBA and your own NFL and your own baseball leagues and your own football league. Boxing leagues and your own movie theaters, actors being entertaining your own people. They don't want you to have control of your own destiny. Thus, this is why they don't want to give you what they owe you legally. That's all it is. They don't want to see your babies be as great as they can possibly be under your guidance. Because that's what reparations is. The ability to fund and afford and take care of your own nation. So therefore, they don't have no money for you at all. But everything that they doing with money comes from the taxes that you're taking part in paying. How do that work? And at the same time, you got all these fake appointed representatives that look like you and I, these house brothers and sisters, and they all know who they are. They all know who they are. That done sold their own nation of people out for them to have a bag, for them to have a legacy. Why our people was sitting and swallowed. Why our people was sitting in hoods and ghettos and slums. Why our people was struggling and our children and our young adults are running around here committing crime to survive because they can't get jobs or careers because the colonizers don't want to hire them, but want to tell you they don't want to work. The same people that blackface you is the same people that's supposed to employ you. Come on, man, let's be real. Then you wonder why our men ain't getting empowered through these so-called careers and these so-called jobs that's supposed to be out there. But yet still, they telling you out there in New York and everywhere else in these sanctuary cities that they're going to give immediate jobs to the illegal immigrants. Go figure, because they don't look like you and I. So at the end of the day, this is what it's about. This is exactly what it's about. And I accept it. I accept it to the fullest. Because I've been watching it all my life. All throughout my gray hairs, I've been seeing this reality with this system of hatred towards our people. Because they got money for everybody else, but they don't got a dime for Gary, Indiana. They don't got a dime for Detroit. They don't got a dime for Philadelphia. They don't got a dime for Chicago. They don't got a dime for nowhere where's our people struggling in the inner cities. That's just a reality. And if you don't understand that, and if you don't get that, then I just don't get you. For that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.